Let me make a grand entrance. Good morning, family.
Hey, what's going on, fam?
Well, good afternoon, because it's 2:37.
Yeah.
So, good morning. Welcome back to the channel.
It's been a minute.
It ain't been no minute. We did a video last week. Anyway, fam, welcome back to the channel.
I like my new t-shirt. It look, it's not new, it's an old t-shirt, but it looks like I need to wear more black.
See what happened when you clean.
I'm distracted a little bit.
See what happened when you clean your
Look
room
how short
up.
she look.
See what happened when you clean your room up. You find stuff, right? You
Yeah.
find stuff. I ain't putting them out there like that. But listen, fam, welcome back to the channel. Today, we are coming to you with another cooking video, so to speak. So we're coming to you with this viral birria. Why do I keep saying that? Birria.
You gotta roll the R's.
It's
The R's. Birria.
Birria. Okay, I keep saying DD.
I'm rolling it too much.
Look, birria. So we coming to you with this viral pizza that everybody is saying it is the most delicious pizza they've ever had. So what we do this morning, and we forgot to record while we were there, but anyway, we went to our favorite store. We went to Trader Joe, got us a bag. Listen, I used to think Trader Joe's was expensive until all these prices have increased in the store. So you might as well go to Trader Joe's because the prices is the same everywhere you go. I promise you.
I mean, Walmart and everybody else called to them and passed them on prices and stuff. So Trader Joe's stayed where they were.
Trader Joe's for me. I got a bag of groceries for $38, y'all. So listen, in order to make this pizza, you got to have the old crust. Right? And everybody talk about how good this crust is. Let me make sure you get up in there.
Oh, it's a pre-baked pizza crust. See, if we had used this when we was doing our cooking wars, because my pizza crust came out pretty rough.
So we can do it again if you want to challenge me.
A pre-baked pizza crust might have gave me the competitive advantage that I needed in that one time. Now I know. I didn't know it was an option.
So this was only $3.99, and it's pretty big.
Is that
right?
one or two?
It's two in
it's
here.
It's two big old crusts.
$3.99, right? This is what you need for the pizza.
Hey.
Then you need mozzarella cheese, right? I got
organic.
This. Well, this all ahead because you're supposed to use mozzarella, but I'm gonna mix it with some cheese that we have in the refrigerator. But this was only what? $3.99. All right. Oh, then you gotta have this. And this is citrusy garlic seasoning blend. So it's Trader Joe's Cuban style citrusy garlic season blend. Let me tell you something about this right here. It has 0 calorie, 0 fat, 45 sodium milligrams.
That's not bad.
Total carbohydrates, less than 1. Protein, none.
I'm gonna say this. I didn't go inside the Trader Joe's with Peggy, but when I was in there last time, I was impressed with the variety and the number of seasonings and spices that they had. They had all kinds of that I haven't seen anywhere else before. So seasoning is big for us. I don't know how to season. I got Peggy here for that, but they got everything.
And so here is the birria. That I got.
Beef birria.
Beef birria, okay? Beef. Listen, this was only $7.99, right?
Okay.
And you're supposed to put this in the microwave.
Okay.
So you can see what it looks like. I'm trying not to get that light in there.
The glare, yeah.
So $7.99, right? And everybody says that this is enough to make 2 whole pizzas. So what you got? $3.99, $3.99. This was $1.99 right here. So under $15?
Yeah. $16.
$16, okay, so $16, you get enough for 2 pizzas. Now, I know what you're saying. I could have went to Domino's and got 2 pizzas for $10. But it ain't birria.
It ain't birria.
But it ain't birria, okay? Listen.
Oh, man, they got an R's going. We need a rolling pin for all these R's.
And then I got this Caesar salad to go along with it. This was only $3.99. They done $3.99 me to death, y'all.
I'm gonna eat this salad.
Yeah, yeah, right.
I am.
And I got some sweet peppers because we need them. And then, listen, the spinach, because I've been eating a lot of spinach.
Yeah.
$1.79 per bag. So
we really should be going to Trader Joe's more often.
we should, because why not? Because why not? Their prices are just the same as anybody else's. And plus, I feel like their vegetables and fruits are just a little bit more fresh.
Farm to market. I feel like they are. Because they do have like a whole entry for people to bring in their farm goods straight into the bag. And they set them right out and stuff. So I have more confidence in their fruits and vegetables and stuff. So.
But is he gonna eat it? Look, we was hanging out with Cece them the other day, and I figured out and do, because I was like, why do people say that? And do,
and do, and will,
and right? Because we was walking around the house saying it all day.
And can,
and will, right? So if you say something and I agree, so if Donald says we're gonna eat more fruits and vegetables, right? So
and
say that.
will.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. I'll set you up.
Set me up, Blair. Come on.
Hey, babe, we're gonna eat more steak.
And will.
And will.
See, but if I didn't agree, I would have said and won't.
And won't.
And don't. I'm like, it's like
I promise you, her and Cece did about 18 of those before she left. I'm telling you, I'm sitting here, but now I'm doing it, and I was doing it, so hey, I guess it works.
And does. See what I'm saying?
Oh, somebody created a monster, boy.
Anyway, I'm gonna put some of this stuff away because
I feel like we're sillier than normal, boy.
I gotta put this stuff away, y'all, because we've been doing some shopping. I'm trying to get the house ready for fall, and we gotta do a little winter prepping.
There you go.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put a video up probably next week on the other channel about winter prepping.
Yeah.
Because y'all know it's been hot. So that means the winter gonna be what?
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty rough.
Well, they're predicting that, so we don't know. But just in case, and if y'all are not into prepping, why not? Because preparedness.
It's not for crazy people.
Yeah.
It's people. It got a bad rap.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, you should always have, because the world we living in right now, you should always have your good 2 month, maybe 3 month supply of grocery at the house. Because the lady who did our walkthrough, the apartment manager, she was like, Houston was without electricity for just a couple days last winter or the winter before. And she was like, the building that we're in, which is fairly new, they had electricity. And so the building was packed because guess what? All their families and everybody was coming here to, soak it up. So even if you don't have that, we have a backup generator and we have stuff like
power banks, we have food, we have different ways of preparing food, we have, other than just food, you gotta have different ways of staying warm, you gotta have different ways of protecting everything you got. We just cover all that, just be on the lookout. We're gonna put it on the other channel.
So we're gonna put it on the other channel.
Peggy and Don.
So if you're interested, you can go over there. We probably got 300-400 videos on being prepared.
Goodness.
But we're not trying to scare you. We're just trying to prepare you. So
I like
if
that.
you can, we're just going to, because we don't have a lot of space here. So we're going to show you how we're prepping in small spaces for winter. That's it. The thing about it is we're going to put stuff in there that if we don't need it for winter, guess what? We'll use it in the summer. So it won't be stuff that'll go to waste. I promise you that. But anyway, we're gonna jump off of that, and then I'm gonna let that. Your girl was nervous about going to the doctor.
Yes, I shared that in the last video and stuff. We haven't posted since we went to the doctor, so I'm anxious to talk about what happened there.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna let Donald give you his spiel. And then I'll come back and give you mine. But I need to get some water because your girl is kind of parched. And I'll be back, fam. Let me see if I can zoom on out.
All right, so it's been a few days. We went to we had our medical appointment, and they did a whole little triage thing, check your blood pressure and stuff like that, get your weight, and he doesn't realize how good Peggy is doing. He's like, okay, yes, I have this. This is what I have for you. This is your blood pressure and stuff. And he did the same thing for me. He brought Peggy in first, spent about almost an hour with her. But he also wanted to do a 1 hour spiel with both of us, so he waited till after the fact. He did Peggy's little discussion, look over her health and stuff like that, and then he brought me back and did the same thing. Then he brought us both back, so he could talk to us both at the same time about what he wanted to talk about. Now I'm going to say this: the information, I am convinced that this is a very, very intelligent man. He understands health and he understands medicine, so I feel confident that he understands what he's talking about. But here's the problem. He has a belief system. He believes the only way to live right is to be vegan, fully plant-based. Now, I don't have a problem with people who are who want to go full plant-based. I understand there are a lot of awesome health benefits to just having a plant-based diet. Okay? The problem is we came to you for advice on how to live our life in a healthier way and stuff. Not just for you to try to impart your own personal belief system about what is the right way to live. Now, the way he was going on, he started bringing in books and slideshows and presentations and stuff. And I was sitting here looking, and we're both sitting there at the same time. I'm looking at Peggy looking at me like, save me, save us. It felt like we was in a timeshare presentation. You ever been to a timeshare presentation where you get into a little room and they want to talk to you about stuff and they tell you about how exciting, how great and wonderful this is going to be for you and how you really, really want, don't you want this? Don't you want that? Don't you want to do this? That kind of thing. And like, I remember we went to a timeshare presentation and it's like, don't your family deserve to be able to go on nice vacations twice a year? Of course. Don't you want to give that to them? You know, those kind of questions and stuff. And that's how he was pushing it. Like, if you don't do this, you're not doing the right thing. And so after about the first 45 to 50 minutes of this talk, I don't know how we lasted that long. But after about the first 45, 50 minutes, I had to interject a little bit and said, thank you very much for the information. We'll be leaving with these pamphlets and stuff like that you may have for us. But what we're here for is for you to evaluate where we are. We get some tests going, figure out a way for us to improve our health and live the kind of lifestyle that we want to live. We're not trying to live your lifestyle, we're trying to live ours. So you can say stuff like cut out more red meats. He could have said that. I can have one steak a month. Eat more poultry. You know, if you want to have meat, have chicken or fish or turkey or something like that. Don't have pork. Cut out fried foods entirely. These are all things that we were ready to receive. Let's get more fiber. Let's cut down the cholesterol. Your cholesterol's here. We want to get your cholesterol right here. So we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. That kind of thing. Let's evaluate your medications. What medications are you on right now? Are you happy with those medications? Let's try this, let's try that. I'm not very happy with how that went, and so we're just gonna make some adjustments as time goes by. But for those of y'all wondering, we're doing fine, and our health is steadily getting better and better. So we appreciate all the thoughts and prayers, and let's get back to the regular scheduled program. All right, fam.
We're back.
What's up, fam?
Okay, so I last talked to y'all at about 1:25 when I was having my brunch. It is 7:46 p.m. and your girl is starving. We're
your
hungry.
boy is hungry.
Okay.
Is it hangry?
Hangry. I don't know what it
hangry.
is. But anyway, we're going to get into this 4-ingredient viral TikTok pizza. It's
4 ingredients.
4 ingredients. So, player, if you will,
What do I do?
go ahead and heat the oven to 425.
I thought I could do that.
Preheat the oven to 425 because the oven is supposed to be preheated to 425 because when we put it in the oven, we're only going to have it in there for between 10 and 13 minutes, according to the directions. So let's go back over the 4 ingredients.
Okay.
So, pull the birria out.
The birria.
Birria. Let's pull out the birria. Oh, and the cheese. So we got that cheese. So let's go over the 4. Pizza crust, 1. cheese 2, seasoning 3. Now, as I watched the videos, they were saying you have to have this because it wakes up the flavor. Now, see, I've seen people who didn't use this. They did not like it.
Oh.
So I don't know if this makes the difference or not, but we'll let you know in a minute. All right. And then, of course, number 4 is the actual birria, right? So I'm going to read the directions real quick because this is supposed to go in the microwave. Now, I've seen people just take it out of this and warm it up on the stove, but you get less consomme. Is that what it's called? Consomme? You get less sauce when you do it that way. I want a lot of sauce because I want Donald to try this 2 ways, right? We're going to try it on the pizza and then we're going to put it in our noodles like we did at the restaurant.
Yeah, in the
If it's enough. We'll see. But anyway, so let me go ahead and puncture this and I'll be right back. Talk to the fam.
I'm going to talk to the fam. Hey, fam. So, birria, Peggy brought it up a little while ago. We stopped off we was in El Paso, Texas. We went to a authentic Mexican restaurant and they had birria and ramen. Poking holes in my whole story now, fam. But yeah, so we had birria and stuff. I like pulled pork. I like pulled beef. I like the little shredded. I don't know what it is. So I like the birria. I like the pulled pork. I like pulled beef. All that good stuff. I'm a carnivore at heart. Peggy is dicing up some peppers for her side of the pizza. So you're gonna see that the pizza gonna have 2 sides. Y'all know me. I'm a plain, just a salt of the earth kind of guy. Whatever else it is. I don't need. But you know what though? Her stuff always tastes better for some reason. Always got a little bit more flavor to it. So she'll probably let me get a bite of hers. Right?
Absolutely.
She said absolutely. That is good. Now I like this recipe because it seems simple enough. If it's good, I'm gonna make it.
Yeah, it should be enough for you to make it.
Yeah. You know what? This reminds me of a plan that me and Peggy have always had. We never even mentioned it when we was house hunting and stuff. We have always dreamed of having a brick oven pizza baker in the backyard of our house.
In the kitchen. I want a backyard kitchen so bad.
A backyard kitchen. Okay.
See, you done got me excited now. A backyard kitchen would be ideal, but here's the problem.
Okay.
The bugs.
Yeah.
The bugs. And the bugs. I don't know outdoor kitchen, but like he says, we would eventually, because we thought about putting a pool or the oven, and I'd rather have the outdoor kitchen because we would probably get more use out of it.
Exactly.
Because neither one of us can swim. That's sad. And when I moved here, I said, you know what? I'm going to take me some swim lessons. And so I was on TikTok watching adults take swim lessons, and I was like, yeah, I don't need to swim.
But,
wait. It's a 5-ingredient pizza because you got to have your onions.
You got to have onions. Okay, so it's a 5-ingredient pizza, man. What kind of onions? Red onions, sweet onions?
Now, they tell you to use red onions, but we're going to use sweet onions. Okay? But, see, I was watching the video, and they said a 4-ingredient pizza, but that's because they didn't like onions. Well, we like onions.
We like onions.
So, it's a 5-ingredient pizza.
5-ingredient
So, let's go over the 5 ingredients again. You have your cheese. You have your pizza crust. You have your onion. You have your birria, and you have the seasoning. And I don't even know if you can count the citrus seed.
Seasoning shouldn't count as an ingredient. But you gotta have it though. Does the type of onion matter?
Yeah, because different onions taste different.
Peggy sent me to the store a couple times. I don't know why I keep falling for it. And she was like, oh, just grab an onion while you're out there. And I get to the section, they got white onions, yellow onions, sweet onions, red onions, Vidalia onions, just big onions, small onions. I had no idea. Why can't it just be onions? What happened?
Because they have different flavors.
So when you send me to the store for onions, what kind of onions should I be getting?
I would prefer that you get me the sweet onions.
Sweet onions, okay.
That's what I prefer in everything. I always use a sweet onion. I just love sweet onions.
Okay, see, now I know. That's a Is Vidalia a sweet onion, or is it just a juicy onion or something? Or is it more oniony onion?
Vidalia, that's a good question. I can't answer that for you, Claire. But I just get the one that says sweet.
Sweet onions.
That's the one I always buy. I never buy anything different.
Yeah. So when you text me from now on to get an onion, please say grab a sweet onion, because I always forget. I never remember, fam.
See all that good juicy gravy? Because they was like, save some back so you could dip your pizza in it. Listen, it smells amazing. So what I'm gonna do at this point is when I make pulled pork, I get my 2 forks and just spread the meat apart from each other. Okay, so this meat ain't as tender as pulled pork, but it's coming. Let me try. Oh, that's very tender right there. Look at that. It's coming right apart. Consomme over there, like Tabitha Brown say, like so, like that. And then we're gonna come back, put a little bit more cheese on top.
Too bad we ain't got no St. Louis Provel.
Yeah, that's true. Now, a lot of people were putting, what do you call that? Cilantro.
Oh.
I had forgot all about the onions. All right, so I forgot about my little bell peppers. Well, my peppers and my onions. Because we like onions, right?
Yes.
I was just checking to make sure before I put it over the whole pizza, because I like a lot of onions. Get a little more vegetables on there. Now, y'all can skip the vegetable part, but I'm loving vegetables lately. Okay? So. Now, in a perfect world, you would have a cookie sheet and you would have a wire rack. That's in a perfect world. But at Peggy and Donald's house, we don't have that right now. Guess where it is? You guessed that right. It's on the RV. So listen, we're going to put this thing in the oven just like this. Because a lot of people are putting the naked pizza crust on their
wire racks.
The rack in the oven, but it's messy. And I'm not trying to do that. So I'm going to put it on top. I'm going to leave it on this aluminum foil. Now, I did buy this pan, but it's just a little bit too small, and I didn't want to just trim off some. So we're just going to put the whole thing in the oven just like this, and we're going to put it in at 13 minutes, but we'll come back and look at it at 10 minutes, okay?
Look good, that looks real good over here. Okay.
All right, so we're just going to put it in. Just like that.
All right.
Alexa, set timer for 13 minutes. Oh, you can feel the crispiness of the crust. All right, so you want the end piece or a middle piece?
End piece. There we go.
Hit a little cheese pool.
I'm going first?
Yeah. You're Mikey. You eat everything.
This is gonna be good, fam.
Dom was over here tearing that video up after the video, so it won't be a part 2 for you.
I knew I was gonna like it. Like Peggy said, I was trying the birria meat out. Once it was in the oven, all the leftover pieces that was in there. That stuff is delicious. Trader Joe, I don't know what the name brand is of this stuff, but they know how to make it. Ooh, I just tasted the citrusy seasoning.
It's good?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so we cooked this for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
The crust is very crispy. I'm glad I didn't use that pan. So, anyway. That's good. OMG.
Totally different from anything else I've ever eaten. Totally different. The lemony citrus flavor is like
Is there
kind of
something
strong.
to it?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get some of this consommé. I just like saying that, y'all.
She likes saying
I'm
consommé.
gonna get some more of this consommé. Some of the juicy juice.
I love good flat
Oh
bread.
my God.
This is good.
I'm gonna put this in rotation.
Yeah.
This is delicious. Y'all have to try this for real. If y'all don't try nothing else. I mean, the dough is good.
The bread is very good.
Oh my God.
DJ wondering where his is.
I haven't had bread in 5 weeks, y'all. That might be why it's so good. It's like all the flavors complement each other, and it makes for a perfect pizza. You do need that seasoning.
Mm-hmm.
You do need the seasoning because I taste it. It is great. Oh my gosh. Please try it and come back and tell me what you think. For $16,
Exactly.
you can actually make 2 pizzas with the ingredients that I bought.
That's right.
You can make 2 whole pizzas. I'm not gonna do that because I'm just gonna have this one piece. I'm gonna have the rest of my salad and call it a night. So Donald has 4 pizzas left. He already ate 2.
I always come out the greedy guy on this thing, but I am enjoying.
But we gotta taste it.
There you go.
But listen, fam, you will not be disappointed. I'm glad I tried this video and I'm glad I brought it to you. I hope you love it as much as we did. I don't think I would. Well, of course, I would make it spicy for myself. Like I would add some red pepper flakes and Parmesan cheese probably. But other than that, it's perfect just the way it is. That birria has a really good taste.
That citrus seasoning is very strong. It's a pretty big kick.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll probably be a little less. Like
I need more of it.
it's like it's got a lot of power to it of its own.
Oh my God. Okay.
You guys got to do something good for yourself.
And for others as well.
And for others as well, fam. Y'all take it easy. And we'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.
Take me in your arms. Do just what you want. You're the one I trust. I belong to you. And I'll always be around when I need some loving, baby. And I'll never let you down. Let you down.